Oh my gosh, who knew the words education freedom would have people stiffen up worse than my Aunt Kay? And she has scoliosis. And since when did a parent's interest in their child's education become as loathed as a Karen in a drive-thru? Most parents agree that their child's education is one of the most important aspects of being a parent, right on up there with choices made about their health, safety, well-being, complete understanding of what good music is. But on the flip side, most parents don't even think about it until they do. They notice, my child's struggling to keep up.
Excuse me, yeah, hi. I thought this was a third grade.
Or they begin to think, this school's not the best learning environment for my child.
To help cultivate and foster tolerance and understanding, all students are now required to write a 23-page essay on what animal you would be, if you could choose to be any animal.
Am I still in the third grade?
So the parents' options then become pull the child and send them to a private school or a homeschool or a homeschool hybrid, or they can just say, hey, let's not be a pansy and never look their child in the eye again. No one wants that. But what do? Your taxes are already paying for them to go to public school, so how do you find the money in your already stretched budget to send them to a school better suited for them? Promise scholarships take the money the state is already spending on a child's education and makes it flexible. A parent can then customize an education that fits their individual child, whether it's private school, part homeschool, or part homeschool, part virtual school. Maybe sprinkle in some tutoring or therapies. Through this new bill, parents can access these resources and choose which path works best for their child. Okay, see, I know what you're thinking. Isn't this gonna shaft all of the kids who are perfectly fine in their public schools? If by shaft them, you mean it will financially affect their education exactly zero, then yeah, it's really gonna shaft them.
It's a sad day because parents now have the option to send students to public school or not. We assume most of them will flee for other options, absconding with millions of dollars in public education money. The remaining students will have no school left to attend. It will become a virtual wasteland of learning. We wish them luck getting into college and becoming a productive cog in the wheel of society. Thank you. Have a nice learning day.
Okay, not at all how that works. Student education dollars are made up of local, state, and federal funding, so if parents get to take the state portion of those dollars, which in Georgia is around 50% of their overall funds, the school still gets to keep the rest of the money, even with the student no longer in the classroom. Think about it this way. If you stopped shopping at your local grocery store, but that store still got to keep 50% of your grocery budget, that's a pretty good deal for that grocery store, am I right?
So, if my mom sent me to a different school, this school still gets all the federal and property tax money?
Ding, ding, ding.
So, wouldn't schools have more money per student then?
Well, that's not how it works. We'd have to cut teachers' pay.
But if you get paid the same and you have a smaller class size, is that not a good thing?
No.
Does the school lose money when students graduate?
Well, we no longer get paid by the state for that student, but no, I wouldn't say we lost money.
Well, logically, isn't that sort of the same thing? See, now I'm confused. You people just confuse me.
Look, we aren't here to teach you to think logically, okay? We're here to teach you to pass tests.
Sweetie, I can see why you would be so confused with all these mixed messages, but it's actually pretty simple. The part of a school's budget that goes to actually running the school comes from taxes. That's why when a student leaves or maybe graduates, it doesn't affect their budget at all. What the state gives each school is for variable costs, things that are specific to the number of kids, things like supplies and meals. More kids equals more money, and vice versa.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Wait. Then why are the school systems saying they won't have enough money?
I wonder that too.
There's a new statewide school mandate. Do not question the school system. Thank you, and have a great learning day.
Look, I get it. No one wants to take money away from kids. That would be like taking money away from kids. Yeah, it just feels feels bad inside my body. But that's not what the new Promise Scholarship does. It just takes the money already allocated for that student and allows them to use it in a way that best suits that student. I understand the concept of every student having different needs is a difficult one to comprehend. Unless, of course, you have children. Think of it like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Do you have to put everything on the buffet on your plate? Of course not. It costs the same amount of money whether you load it up like a dump truck or just choose pickled okra and a salad. And guess what? My okra and salad doesn't affect your Mount Ever plate at all. So, what do? Well, don't call the school board or federal government because they can't or won't help you. So don't waste your time. But if you're a parent, you should contact your state legislators. Call them.
I don't have a phone.
Hit them up on social media.
Now, see, I don't know what that is. What is that?
You've got mail.
Perhaps you could send them a fax.
Oh, I've got a fax.
Just make sure they know you want the freedom to send your child wherever will allow them to learn and thrive in the learning environment that suits them best. And if you are a state legislator, hello. Thank you for watching. And please vote to pass the Promise Scholarship Act. Unless you want an unending tsunami of angry moms and dads coming for you. And something tells me you don't want that.
Okay, so do I still have to, become one with my inner animal or what?
Nope.